Hey there, welcome to the Brains and Beauty School YouTube channel. My name is Allison Conway. I am founder and CEO of Brains and Beauty School. Today we're going to do some tutorials on our Seint makeup collection. We're going to do some eyeshadow and we're also going to do full face of makeup. So buckle up, stay tuned, and get ready to do some makeup. Before I forget, don't forget to subscribe here. You can also follow me on TikTok at TheRealAcon11, and you can also follow me on, and please also give me a follow on Instagram at AllisonLC_11. All right, you might already know this by now, but I love using Seint makeup. I love it so much. There's so many benefits to it, but one of the main benefits is that it all fits in one compact. Now, I have become obsessed with this brand and I keep different compacts of all of this makeup here. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna first explore some eyeshadow. One of the first things I like to do when I put on eyeshadow is apply a primer. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use the illuminator, cream illuminator called Pearl by Seint Makeup. What it is, it's a shimmery translucent color that is cream based, and I always find that my eyeshadow actually stays on a little bit longer when I apply this all over my eyelid first. Now for the fun part, the eyeshadow colors. So I have so many colors because I can't get enough of the Seint eyeshadow collection. But what we're going to do today, we're just going to do some eyeshadow here. We're going to do a family outing this evening, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready for that. What I like to do first is I usually like to pick a light to medium color and apply it all over my lid. So what I'm going to take first today is I'm going to take this color called Pup. And I'm going to put my fluffier brush here, and I'm just going to do a light hand motion to kind of cover all of that area. Okay, so now I have a base layer right here. Next, when I apply eyeshadow, I tend to do a little darker of a color, so some sort of medium. Maybe this is where you want to add your shimmer. Maybe you're not a shimmer person and you like a more matte look. So what I'm actually going to do today is I am going to use this color right here. This is called Kin. And I'm going to put a little bit on this brush. And I'm just going to slightly dab it to the outer side of my eyelid. The cool thing about this Seint eyeshadow is you really don't need a lot of product on your brush because it is highly pigmented like the rest of their makeup line. So a little truly does go a long way. Okay, so now I've done it here. I'm going to pause right here. For those of you who are not official makeup artists, guess what? I'm not either. Ordinary mom who found this makeup line, and I'm literally obsessed with it. So I just want to share with you all my tips and tricks and just let you know you can do it too. It's easy. I even like to apply a darker color on the outer edge, and I most of the time like to use this color Salem, because what I do is I not only put it on the outer corner here, but I usually like to take it and drag a little color underneath my eye. It does give a bit more of a dramatic look. Okay. Also, if you're just now joining me and this is the first time you're watching me, you might know that I do like to apply my eyeshadow before I do the rest of my face because I'm not very clean when I put on my eyeshadow. So there's usually a lot of cleanup right here at the end, and that tends to do better for me. So I like to clean up afterwards. My next step is I like a little shimmer. So after I've applied all of this at this point in time, I'm going to apply a little bit of shimmer right here. And sometimes actually using your finger here helps the product have a bit more of a bold finish. So as you can see, I'm putting a little bit right here on the very center lower part of my lid. And you can actually see that shimmer pop already. Okay. So now I've applied all of the eyeshadow color that I want, and I'm actually going to need to blend it all in together. It looks a little bit choppy. So take a fluffy brush and start from the outside and kind of brush it all towards your inner lid. We would just want the colors to blend nicely together and not look so choppy. Okay, I'm going to do the same on this eyelid. Seint Makeup, like I said, you can have all of your makeup inside one custom palette, including eyeliner, excluding mascara. So I'm going to actually use my Seint eyeliner today with this tiny little brush. I'm going to dab just a little bit within there, and I'm going to just do the eyeliner on my top lid. The final step, mascara. I like to use this Clinique, what is it called? Clinique High Impact Mascara, Total Impact. I've used this for years. This is my favorite mascara. The Seint Makeup System is all cream based. So what does that mean? It is not like your old school liquid foundation. It is not like the old powdery kind of makeup. This is a cream based makeup, which means it is highly pigmented and you do not need a lot of product to use, and it just really goes on like butter. It really feels velvety to the touch and to the skin. So once your face, if you're just starting out, has about a 2-week time period to get used to this new makeup, I promise you, you're never going to go back to any of the liquid type of foundation. So here's what this looks like. They all come in these little tins. So I'm going to show you how I like to put this on and the brushes that I like to use. My favorite brush that I use is this buff brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with my main shade. So something different about this makeup system is you don't just put one shade across your face, you actually build to give your face a lot of dimension. So this first shade we're using is called the main shade, and it's going to be the one that's closest matching to your skin. So that's going to go in more of the larger sections of your face, more than likely. And you're going to put a little bit here and here. This process is going to look really weird if you're not familiar with it yet, but I promise you, you'll see the results and the benefit of doing makeup this way at the end of this video. So that was my main shade, and you can see that I didn't really use that much product and kind of where I applied it. Next, I'm going to put on my brightening shade. So this shade is really going to take some of your brighter points of your face and highlight it. So you can see I just applied some to my chin, my Cupid's arrow, which is this part over your lip, up through my nose, and I fan it out up here on top of my eyebrow. The next step that we're going to do is apply contour. So contour is really going to help chisel your face. And I'm going to put a little bit right here. You're going to find where your cheekbone is and really just do a simple swoop, like a little check mark right above your cheekbone. You're going to also apply a little bit up here at your forehead. So think of doing an arc of some sort, kind of like a rainbow. And then this is weird, but you're going to just do your jawline right underneath. It'll give you a really chiseled jawline. And then finally, we're going to add some contour on our nose. This is going to help our nose look nice and skinny. You can use a brush to apply it on your nose, but I actually find that using your finger can help give you a little bit more control on where you apply your contour on your nose to help keep your nose looking skinny. Okay, so let me show you what I've used so far. We've used the highlighter shades, we've used the contour. Next up, we're going to use blush and we're going to use bronzer. Before we do that, we're going to blend, and when you blend your makeup in, really think about pushing it in to your skin rather than swiping, because when you swipe, it's going to take that product that you just applied and take it right back off to your brush, which kind of defeats the purpose. So what we're going to do is we're really just going to push this into our skin, working from the lightest areas to the darkest areas. And what I mean by lightest to darkest, so we're going to do the brightening shade first, and then we're going to blend in where our main shade is, and then finally we're going to go back and really just blend together the lines from your contour into your highlighter shades. The great thing about this Seint makeup is that it's buildable. So you might have noticed, and if you didn't, I'll point it out to you, that I did not put any makeup on top of each other. So historically, when we put makeup on, you know, we put our foundation all over our face, and then if you did do contour, you might have done that on top of that, and then you put your blush on top of that, and then you put your bronzer on top of that. Well, this makeup is different. So what you do is you kind of put the highlights and the contour on first, and in some cases you can even do the blush and bronzer, but for the sake of this video I'm kind of doing it in 2 layers. But basically it's not all caking on my face, and it's not like I even needed that much to get this result that I'm at now. So let's move on to the blushes. I have these blushes in my palette. There's so many fun different colors that you can use and mess around with. Today I am going to use Sangria, which is this beautiful color right here. I'm going to put a little bit on my blush brush, and if you apply your brush kind of to this part of your cheek, it's really going to lift your face up. Whereas if you decide instead to put it on the apple of your cheek, that's going to give you a fuller look. Now there's no right or wrong way to do it, it's more of a preference, but those are kind of the different places that you would apply your blush, and that's what that application placement is going to do. So remember, if you place it here, it's going to be up towards and pull back, and if you do it here, it's going to look fuller. While I'm on this, while I'm here with this lip and cheek, I'm going to show you that you can also take this color and use it as a lipstick type color, which is really cool, having dual purpose here. That looks great. Okay, so bronzer, I use the fluffier end of the bronzer and blush brush, and the purpose of the bronzer is to just warm up your face, really. So you don't want to overdo it. You're just going to do a light wash and a light hand application, swirling it over to the places that you'd typically get sun-kissed if you were to walk outside. Last step, or really the second to last step. So if you like to have your face look a little more bright, you can go back to that illuminator color and kind of apply it back to some of the same places that you had your brightening shade. It's just going to add a bit more of a little shimmer to that application. And so I'm just going to do that a little bit on these higher spots on my face. And then finally, setting powder. So you can use the Vanilla Dust setting powder and kind of put it on the places of your face that either get more oily, or you can put it on all the spots on your face, because if you don't set your makeup, it will probably transfer, because that's what makeup does, it transfers. So you're just going to want to, you know, put a little bit of extra finishing setting powder, and then you're done. This is your final look. Okay, so you can kind of see how there's been definition applied to my face using this. And let's look at my eyeshadow. Again, my name is Allison Conway. I am founder and owner of Braids and Beauty School. I love giving you some easy makeup tutorials using the Seint Cream Makeup. If you would like to try this makeup out and you need some help, or you need a custom color palette made just for you, please go to my Jot form. That's down below in the description. Don't forget to subscribe. But once you submit that Jot form to me, I'll take a look at it and I will personally send you back a custom color combination made just for you and your skin. Let me know if you have any questions, and comment below if you want to see more on a specific part of the cream makeup that I use. I'm happy to dive into it more. All right, bye guys.